Welcome to the Dead Unicorn. My name is Sasha. You might notice Corey over there trying to contain himself, definitely on the brink of exploding because we told him he wasn't allowed to host today. We are playing Legend of the Five Rings Shadow Empire. That's right, it's Cyber Samurai Sunday. Our samurai are all here and ready to go. But before we dive in, I want to thank our patrons who support us on Patreon. These amazing people help give us the funds to run this show, and we try to give them some perks like exclusive game artwork, a bit of behind the scenes or expanded lore, homebrew rules, and of course, they get to vote for the character they like the most to give them a special in game benefit, an instant win on any roll. And the winner this week is James. So, yay!
Woo!
I feel like I was close.
Wow, your guess was right.
He did win. I think he deserves it after last session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
Thank
thanks
you.
Sebastian, who helps keep our VTT looking absolutely beautiful. So thank you, Sebastian. I also want to remind our wonderful viewers that this week on the 22nd, we will be playing the first session of our new homebrew D&D campaign, Face the Raven. And I'm super excited to be hosting for an amazing group of players. So we hope you'll be able to tune in 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. But for now, let's introduce everybody and their characters, starting with this week's winner. Take it away, James.
I'm James. I play Ida Youngso, a short individual of the Unicorn Clan who is a member of the Ide family and serves as both a spy and musician, though he'd much rather be the latter than anything else. I'm going to go ahead and pass it to my hijinks partner from last session, and Crystal, who plays Moshi Sora.
Hello, I'm Crystal. I play Moshi Sora. And yes, hijinks were had by the two of us last session, trying to find relevant letters regarding what Doji Sakurako is doing with her uncle, who is ambassador to the Emperor. I think we probably found some good stuff. And we'll see where that goes with the poetry competition today. So next up, let's see, Matt.
I had a feeling I was going to be up. All right, hello everyone. I play Doji Daisuke, the now I would consider somewhat affable, bumbling, but yet hoity-toity courier of the Doji family from the Crane clan. And this past game, I had a tea ceremony with the target of my Giri. What was my ninja? Giri, yes. So Otomo Ayuri, trying to kind of curry a little more favor with her, try to separate his involvement with his own machinations, just to make sure that she doesn't suspect him of any wrongdoing towards her, even though he did wrong her in some sense. Which is going to be fun, and I probably calmed her down enough to where she probably might do decently in the poetry competition, but still hoping that she would lose, and maybe she would be able to take on work as a scribe, but we'll have to see about that. Alright, so the next victim of this chit-chat will be the player of Shosuro Kuronagi, Tarek.
Tarek? I am not a carrot. How dare you? I am
Carrot cake!
Tarek, and I play Shishiro Kuronagi, who is the most delightful person on the planet because she spent all of last game having fun with kids. She played with a bunch of different lanterns. We dyed them blue thanks to Doji Daisuke and his confusion and handing over his blue paints. And we sent them down the river in a great show of resplendency, I guess.
Which
it was
somehow bore witness.
It was super fun. I think everybody, me and the children included, had a blast. To the chagrin of Bayushi Naurin, who is her partner in crime. Instead of passing it to Sasha to tell all about Bayushi Naurin, I'm going to flip the script and I'm going to pass it off to Corey, since he didn't do a host intro today, and he's going to have to tell you all about Bayushi Naurin.
Wow, caught him off guard.
Ooh, yeah. Did my job. Wild card.
The the sexy and sultry Bayushi Naren of the Scorpion clan wears a
Flattering.
terrible Oni mask, yet dyes her hair white like the crane, hinting at a at a history, an unknown history.
Unknown.
Well, let's peel back the layers of this history because
Peel
she has
back
a
the layers of the onion, you know,
she
since
has a
her hair's
connection.
white.
she ca- she has a connection to Doji Daisuke, as they were once betrothed, both part of the Crane clan, but now she's part of the Scorpion, and she hangs out with the almost too friendly Shisuro Kuranagi. They seem to have a weird link to each other.
Le gasp.
Legas.
She has been a cold, hard-lined Bushi, not putting up with anybody's bullshit. Even going so far as lopping off the head of a ne'er-do-well to make her point. Now she's enjoying the festival.
Yay!
Yay!
It's a happy ending.
Truly.
Red ink for everyone.
Yeah.
Today we're doing
That's
the
not ink.
Kuranagi probably would like the red to help cover up the inappropriate handprints that some of the kids left on her kimono.
Well, you know
They're
it doesn't
kids, they're
stay red for
constantly
long,
sticky, so
right?
Everything, yeah. I'm sure everything is covered in stickiness now. These kids.
Are these lantern children the like equivalent of iPad kids? Where they're like always sticky and covered in applesauce?
one more thing I'd like to add about Bayushi Naren.
That's just a kid's thing in general.
A kid just get sticky.
Yeah,
they have
kids
a
are
sticky
sticky.
Take them out of the
Well-
bath, freshly cleaned. 5 minutes later, their hands are sticky, and you have
I
no
wouldn't
clue.
know, and neither would Bayushi Naren, you
Yeah.
know?
Well, speaking of that, Bayushi
Your husband
Naren
would
is
want to.
married to a man named Bayushi Hidehito, who is here
Left.
wandering the stalls of the festival.
A man who desperately wants children.
A man who desperately is only left-footed.
Poor guy. So I think we were talking about Kuranagi and Naorin, and Kuranagi with her gaggle of children approaching Hidehito
Yeah.
last time.
So yes, last game, Konagi had a bunch of children that he was releasing the lanterns with at the bridge up here. Up here. Everybody can see that at home. If you're watching at home on your phone, on Twitch, or on a giant television, anyhow, thanks for watching. Give us a comment. Talk to us. We'll talk back. We promise. We'll try really hard.
It'll
What was Bayushi Naren doing during this time? You okay? You got that?
Yeah. I just grabbed a stack of cookies and they're not flat, so they the middle ones came out.
Okay. What is Bayushi Naren doing during this time just before the poetry competition begins?
The most uncomfortable thing that a woman can do: stare at her husband in silence with her arms crossed.
Well, your
And
husband...
wait while he sweats until he comes and talks to her.
Your husband will indeed walk on over to you and say, oh, I have finally made it. I'm glad I did not miss... I gotta get his voice right. I am glad I didn't miss the poetry competition. Yeah. I was so busy working, but don't worry. I didn't forget about you. And he pulls out a nice little flower and hands it over to you.
She looks down at it, and what kind of flower is it?
It looks like a local wildflower from someplace he passed by trying to get here. And I mean, I'm not a botanist. I'm not very good with flowers and such. But it's a very pretty but small flower.
In Sasha's heart, I'm like, that shit's cute.
In
But
Naurin's
also
heart.
in Naurin's heart, Naurin sees cute things and wants to like kill them,
Light it on
that
fire.
kind of
Yeah.
reflex. So uh she takes the flower politely and looks at it and twirls around her fingers a little bit. And
And then eats it. She has to establish dominance somehow.
She establishes dominance by eating things.
With a very upset face.
Just call me Matter Eater Lady.
she just smashes it into her mask. Okay, well,
That was a poisonous flower. Dear.
Only to dogs.
it's okay. She practices Mithridatism. She's probably fine.
Yeah. That's on her character card.
Yeah. All right. So, she takes it and spins it around her fingers a little bit, looks at it, and she says, "So, you and Kuranagi, what was it exactly you were talking about? I keep wondering. A day or two ago."
That was this morning.
Oh, I don't fucking. It was like 5 weeks ago, man. Give me a break. This morning? I mean,
He says,
That one time,
that one time, whenever.
back in the yonder times.
he says, "Oh, Narin. Welcome to the Scorpion Clan, the clan of secrets." If I were to tell you, whatever I were to tell you, how would you know that was the truth, or that I was just trying to cover my tracks?
Oh, trust me. I will know.
Well, if you
And she like raises a brow.
if you already know, why ask?
Because I want to see if you'll come clean or not. I should know if I can trust my husband after all, shouldn't I?
You can understand that your husband is a man of duty and loyalty. Whether that means trust, that is a different matter altogether.
Well, my dear husband, you can trust that if you wish to get within 5 yards of me anytime soon, it would be in your interest to keep me a very happy woman. And as of right now, well, do I look like a particularly happy woman?
My
You have a
dear
mask on.
Naren,
I don't
Exactly.
know.
I can never tell when you're a happy woman. You always seem a bit dour, and it breaks my heart every day.
If Daisuke were there, he'd be like,
Well, there's something you can do to make me happier.
This is a
And
festival.
all those rubby little
Hopefully
fingers of
we
yours.
can find something here to make you a little happier.
Raise your spirits.
You are excellent at deflecting. But fine. I accept this. For now.
He just let's
And she like takes the flower and using her nails pinches off, like making sure he can see, pinches off the stem with her fingernails and then flicks the stem to the floor and then tucks it behind her ear without any hint of emotion on her face. And then turns
and then
and
suddenly,
then heads back to the festival.
in the air, you hear a voice sing, "I feel pretty, oh so pretty."
do you have any plans right now before the festival begins? or before the poetry
Poetry
competition,
competition.
begins.
I saw. She'll ask him. I saw some men carrying jugs earlier. I wasn't sure what that was about. Do you have any clues?
Let's go find out. Where did they go?
To the governor's mansion.
He'll walk over to the shoreline past the stalls. And he'll look on out there. And he'll smile. I know what they are.
Are you going to enlighten me? Or is it supposed to be a surprise?
Secret.
He
The clan
looks
of secrets.
around. It's gunpowder.
Does he actually? say
Okay, obvious. Yeah.
that? Because now Ren totally thinks that they're going to burn down the governor's estate already. And that totally makes her think they're going to burn down the governor's mansion. Do we care?
It will be quite magnificent.
Naurin completely assumes he's talking about arson right now, and I think she's okay with it.
Is arson? Gunpowder don't make arson. Gunpowder make a big boom.
Maybe boom. Big boom make fire. I don't know.
I guess big boom do make fire. We've become monosyllabic.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys have an interesting conversation about the fireworks that are going to happen and a lot of misdirection. But yes, that's what's in those pots. They're fireworks for the ending grand finale
Yeah.
celebration.
Yeah. I'm just role playing my failure of understanding what it was last session.
I mean, what else do you use gunpowder for? Obviously blowing stuff up.
Arson?
The lanterns.
They're gonna level the whole island.
the
That's what
lantern,
Naurin's thinking.
the lanterns, the
Watch
glow
what do you think?
of orange lantern light starts flowing down the river as all of the lanterns are slowly released into the water, giving this really cool like warm glow as the light reflects off the water and up into the sky where it reflects back off the clouds. It's really nice. And everybody starts returning back for the beginning of the poetry competition. Unless Ide, Youngso, or Moshi Sora have... I think they kind of get back just before the competition begins.
Oh, yes. The
Yeah, we were
goal of
traveling
doing
in
what
the,
we did when we did it was so that we could still go to the competition.
Exactly.
Yeah, and we also had traveled back effectively at the same time as Ayuri before she had the tea ceremony with Daisuke.
So, everybody will gather around the pavilion, and there will be a drummer that drums to get people to quiet down before Shozo begins, and he'll come out and he'll say, "Ah, people of the city of the rich frog, thank you for coming to my celebration," and they all cheer, "Yay!" We have now come to the end of our evening, where I will be judging a poetry competition. The competitors here will compose a poem today, this evening, in about an hour's time, and then they will recite this poem for all of us to hear. There will be 2 tiers of competition. One will be the lower tier, which anyone here can compete in, and I will, of course, judge your poem. The winner of this competition will get an apprenticeship to the White Dragon. The entry fee is a koku. Or not a koku, he's late. The entry fee is 1 boo. Then there is the higher tier, and this is open only to my past apprentices. They will compete to become the new White Dragon. But do not despair. Any one of you can become a great poet. For myself, I rose from a humble peasant background to the great scribe you see before you today. So I am eager to hear what the city of the Rich Frog has to offer. But first, let me introduce my apprentices, the ones who will carry on my tradition, the ones who will have the rights to all of my works going forward and speak with my voice. Atomoe Yuri, the Imperial from Oton Sanuchi. Doji Sakurako, the Pink Crane of Doji Palaces. Ikoma Mitsuo, the young scribe of the Lion. And of course, Kengo, the Ronin. Please go over and sign up for the competition. It will start in 30 minutes. Or whatever time Rokugan has.
I have an
try
idea.
my hand at the lower tier.
I was just about to sign you up for it, regardless of whether you wanted to or not.
Oh, you're doing me a favor then. Thank you.
You see Kikita Morishita in line to become the poet, to do poetry.
I know I can do better than him, so I'm going to be entering too, but my perfectionism might prevent me from actually turning something in.
So how this works is for every success, you will need a TN1. It's a one-roll duel, so you only get one roll at this. It's a TN1. For every bonus success you get, goes into how well you place. So the person with the most bonus successes places top. If you spend opportunity for flair, you will succeed in ties if you have the most opportunity for flair. If that's still a tie, whoever has the highest honor wins. You can spend opportunity for other things too if you want. You could spend, like, if you do a fiery poem, you could give other people strife. I don't care.
I kind of want to participate now.
You're like, I'm writing about how the politics of Rokugan is terrible, and it's gonna make everyone go, grrr.
So
who all is participating in the lower tier?
Well, Tarek, if you do enter, your comrade link with me can save you a little bit of strife because I do have composition.
In order to embarrass Daisuke a little bit, Naren is willing to help Kurenagi and Youngsu and Sora if they would like assistance. All you have to do is collude with me a little bit, and I can help you.
Oh, I am.
I'll be using my
definitely
rival
not a writer.
Snatching
I'll be
it
using
from
my
me when I
rival line.
try to. The help I'll need is you snatch it from me when I try to destroy it because of my perfectionism.
Well, I don't. I have a thing that I got, but I haven't used it yet. Which lets me, if I know one of your advantages and I use this ability on you, you get to reroll 3 dice when your advantage applies to a check instead of 2. So I can give that to multiple people. So if any of you have advantages you think might be useful, let me know, and I
Can
can use
I
that.
can I judge who out of the people who I see going up and signing up for this would be really good at this?
Um, yeah, I can let you make a roll on that. Sure. Make a sentiment roll. It's gonna be really high though because there's a lot of people there. I'm gonna make it a TN4.
I
Okay.
What
am
if we have Nara and join just to strife people out and
I
use
mean,
like spiteful boss
there are
to strife
people
people?
from all walks of life here. There's a monk here. Like I said, Kikita Morishita is here. There are some merchants, some peasants, and you have no idea. There's like y- fame can come from all walks of life, and you never know. There might be a diamond in the rough in this gaggle
Super
of people.
super fair. Super fair. I
Yeah,
have no idea.
like that monk lady from the island might be a really awesome poet. Of course, she's one of the judges, but for
Is
example,
Moto
She is one
is
of
the
the
Moto
judges.
participating?
So the judges are Shozo, Miyagenda, and Akue the monk. Um,
Is
you're looking for
Moto
Moto Nomen?
yeah, is she participating?
Moto Nomen is hanging off Kengo.
Oh, she's still hanging off of him?
ah,
Yeah, and she is like psyching him up, getting him ready for the competition.
if he's looking around and catches my eye, I give him the equivalent of a thumbs up and look glancing at the moto next to him like, yeah, good job, go for it.
You do you.
Does anybody want to check out the competitors that are the top tier competitors, the apprentices?
I would also like to check out the actual
yeah, I'm
apprentices.
curious what
I
they're all doing.
I
I
think
doubt
you're
that I
you're checking out. I will let you either check out the lower tier or the upper tier
Like,
beforehand.
I don't care about the lower tier people because I'm
But
not gonna be joining in. But
actually, I'll let you check out. You have 30 minutes. I'll let you check out
oh yeah,
three things, so you can check out either the lower tier and two competitors, or three of the top tier competitors. So I'll let you, Tarek. You can do two more competitors.
Okay, um I'm gonna look at a Yuri and Kengo and see actually, you know what? I'm gonna check out Mitsuo and Kengo.
All right.
Soma Mitsuo and Kengo.
So let me see what their dealy hoppers are here. Mitsuo's dealy hopper is that. What approach are you using?
I'm going to use analyze because that's what I'm doing here is I'm
Air?
analyzing.
Okay. Anybody else checking out Mitsuo?
I will because he was obviously the favored person.
Okay.
He was one of the people favored to win, yeah.
Please tell me what approach you're using.
Anyone else? No?
Let's see.
I'm checking out Otomo Ayuri just to see like
You
know
get
how
three.
she'll fare now.
You get three people you can check out.
I'll do air for analyze.
Okay. Air for analyze. You got it. Roll both of them TN2.
I think it's a sentiment check. Are you gonna check
And
out
what are
Mitsuo
we
too?
rolling?
Sentiment.
Sentiment.
Yes.
Who are the I don't remember some of the like lesser NPCs that were in
So
the competition.
it's Atoma Ayuri, Doji Sakurako, Ikoma Mitsuo, Kengo, and then you can either check out the lower tier as a whole or see if you can't hone in on somebody specific.
No
For a lower
successes on
TN.
that roll.
For Mitsuo, what was the TN?
2.
Two.
Okay.
And I will. Do you have sentiment?
Yes.
It is. Okay, then I'll reduce one strike.
I will do the I will do the crane lady.
One moment. I'm giving Tarek his information.
Oh, yep.
Seems
Did you want to do Mitsuo, the
The
lion?
favor to win.
He's the guy who, well, I don't know if he's the favorite to win, but he was up there. He was,
I'm gonna do Kengo, the lion, and the crane.
yeah, the lion is the one that we're talking about.
Yeah.
So you might want to roll it for that.
Oh, it was sentiment, right?
Well, sentiment check.
okay. Now we can. Everybody's done Mitsuo that wants to do Mitsuo, or is Sasha?
Sasha's doing him, but she's failing.
Okay. Next person on the list. Who is doing Akomo Ayuri?
Otomo
You mean Otomo?
Ayuri.
Otomo
I am.
Ayuri.
I will check her out because she seemed like the second most interesting person to me.
Okay, she is a TN3. Or what approach are you using?
Let's see. I'm gonna go with
actually,
my strength
for my
of air.
opportunities, can I learn an interesting thing such as an advantage or disadvantage about a person in the scene?
Okay, which person?
Oh, I get to pick?
Yeah, I can let you pick this time. I don't mind.
Actually, I think I want to go with Kengo.
Okay. Kengo is mild-mannered. Now you know that information.
And that means what?
A little more soft-spoken, not quick to action, not someone you would think would pick a fight.
Okay.
He's Clark Kenting.
Yeah, but he may not have a Superman behind that.
Unless you're talking about poetry. All right.
He's just clarking.
So everybody who wants to do a Tomoyuri, you're rolling now. You got to tell me what
What?
Air.
air. Okay, TN3.
I mean,
All right, rolling.
I'm gonna go with water.
Okay, TN3.
Oh,
I probably won't pass any of these, but that doesn't mean I won't check.
Sure.
all right.
Doesn't hurt
I
to try.
succeeded.
Sentiment.
What's the worst that can happen? You gain strife.
If I choose to keep it. Oh, hey, look.
Okay, I'm typing something up for both of you.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and on water, I believe I can take off 2 strife, not just 1. Yes.
Next one we got is Doji Sakurako. Anybody checking out Doji Sakurako?
You know what? I'd like to see what my cousin's chances are at winning this competition.
All right. What's your
approach?
approach?
I'll survey this
Water?
time. Water.
Okay. Anybody else? Doji Sakurako. Going once.
Yeah. I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna go fire.
Fire. Okay. That is both a TN3.
Ouch.
Oof.
She is a courtier. It's hard to read her.
Fair enough.
I figure she's well prepared. She spent the whole evening meditating. But
Okay.
failed, but I'll try to figure out what to do with those opportunities.
How's your void? You could always doom it. I mean,
Doom
it
her
wouldn't be that bad to take a doom right now.
A complication can be challenging, something that can last for the rest of the scene. Disarmed, opponent pulls out a new item or trick, gaining 6 strife.
It would be fun. You'd spice up this poetry competition.
Spicy.
As if you guys aren't already working against me.
All right.
What are you talking about?
Message has been given to
I don't
Sasha.
work against anybody.
We are
right.
moving
You
on.
wrote a message about
We are
last
moving
person.
on to Kengo.
Wait.
I'm definitely looking up at Kingo.
Message about
Me too, because I'm kind of
Ayuri.
interested in
Yeah, I
what
gave you
his
that.
opinions
Oh, there it is.
towards the moto is.
I see. It's very short.
Yeah.
Yes.
You were just typing for so long. I thought it must have been a paragraph.
Kengo is next. I need approaches before I can tell you what the TN is.
Still analyzing people.
Yeah, I think I'll go back with air this time.
I'm going with void sense.
Okay. Anybody else?
Yeah. I'm also gonna go with void on this.
Okay, Sasha, you were gonna say
Fire.
fire. Sasha, your TN is 1.
Yeah, baby.
The people who went on void, your TN is 2. The people who went on air, your TN is 4.
Whoo! Ouch.
There's so many dice covering my character sheet. I can't see where to click.
That's nice. Thank you.
Well. Well.
Does Kuranagi have sentiment?
I do not.
Okay, so that's going to inform the rest of my choices here.
I'm gonna use my one
I
opportunity.
take it extra successes.
I'm going
don't
to use
do
my 2
anything.
opportunities to find out the disadvantage of
Stick with
Mitsuo.
that.
Okay, Sasha, you were saying?
I'm gonna use my one opportunity to wave at the pink crane and give her 2 strife. Fuck that bitch in particular. Hi again. I'll make sure I'm in the
It's
front
that
seat.
scorpion.
Okay, she gains 2 strife. Excellent.
Sure.
Oh, does she think we're friends?
Um,
We're not
People
friends.
Bitches, aren't they?
I'm using my one opportunity to reduce the strife I took. So
okay, let me start the Whisper Brigade. Who made it? Let me see. Youngso, Naren, and Sora. And that's it.
I got it for Otomo Ayuri. I haven't received any info on her yet.
Yes, I sent that to you.
Discord?
No, it's in the
In the chat
ETG
box.
chat.
Oh,
there.
okay.
might have to
So
scroll
it's
up
gonna
this
be a
at
little
this
bit
point 'cause
up.
There's been some rolls.
It's just one sentence, not super long.
All right, got it.
All right. Who else got it? James was successful. Crystal was successful.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
Did you send me the disadvantage?
What disadvantage are you looking for? Sorry.
Koma Mitsuo's.
Oh, sorry. I'm just getting all of this information out, so it's
No worries. Take your time.
um disadvantage. All right, he has privileged victories. That's his disadvantage.
Privileged victory?
What is the
Who is that and what does
thing
that
affects?
mean?
It is a social interpersonal.
Social interpersonal. And that's his disadvantage?
That's a disadvantage. Privileged victories.
Sounds good.
You know what that means, right?
No.
Okay. Tarek knows what that means, so that's all that
I know.
matters. Okay. Now, if anybody wants to size up the rest of the crowd or a specific individual in that crowd, we can do that. No. Okay. It costs one.
Sasha, do you want to search out anybody else besides what you already searched? Anyone particular in the crowd or anyone in particular
Anyone in
general?
particular? Shozo, Genda,
Genda.
the monks, Motonomen, anybody.
Am I able to do just like a general vibe check to see if everything is as it should be, or if there's anyone particularly suspicious looking?
I'll give you a vibe check.
Vibe check.
Yeah.
That sounds like a void
It's
check.
it's really hard though. But yeah, this sounds like it's gonna. No, you can survey with water. Like I'll give you survey or sense with void for this kind of thing. It's gonna be hard though. There's a lot of people here. It's kind of chaotic. I'm gonna make it a TN4.
Okay. I will try.
Is that sentiment?
Yeah, sentiment.
I'm just seeing if I have anything that would help here.
Yeah, an advantage or something.
Yeah. I don't think that I do.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm
but I
gonna
don't
double
think
check
it'd be
on it
really
here.
useful. Okay, I will try it. Though I don't know that this is gonna go very well. But if I get some opportunity, then that'll be fine too. Which I got one.
One opportunity.
That's it. Okay.
Nagi's gonna send you something through the grapevine, by the way.
Text me, or just tell me if it's secret. See if I can
Everything,
do anything fun with this.
everything may or may not be okay. You have no idea. There are explosives on the governor's island. This
Yeah, so
all
who
could go
knows?
sideways.
It's a crazy day.
She's all prepared to cut and run as soon as she hears the boom.
Yeah.
That's gonna be hilarious.
She's like a dog on the.
attack.
She's like a
Everybody's just
dog
like,
on New Year's Day or New Year's Eve.
Where's my thunder vest?
Okay, I'll ask you if you would allow this because I think it's kind of fitting for espionage use. Because I am trying to see if anyone is trying to commit espionage.
Right.
So for the one opportunity, you observe a clue or hint that indicates to you that information about your target or goal in this case might be found elsewhere. The GM reveals another viable avenue for espionage on the same subject, unrelated to your current operation. So just if there is something spicy going on, maybe I will get a hint towards it.
Let's see here. Your goal is to find out what kind of shenanigans are going to happen.
Yeah, if someone's going to try to pull something during the poetry competition, pretty much.
Really, there's nothing here. There's. You're not going to get any interesting information for that goal.
Okay. That's fine.
Poetry competition. Let's do it, guys.
I gave it a shot.
I would like to do something right before the poetry competition,
Sure.
which is I'm going to use flowering deceptions because I believe that Kengo is because I couldn't read him well that he might be really nervous before the stand. So I'm gonna use flowering deception to give him a boost while dropping down Ikoma Mitsuo.
Put that in the chat because it has to be two people that are not at odds, and they are. This is like an intrigue scene now.
So they are technically at odds.
Yeah.
Are they hostile? I guess so. I guess the description that you gave me earlier.
Yeah.
As far as this goes, they're hostile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I have time to go, like, talk to Kengo before the poetry competition starts?
Sure. Yeah.
All right. Basically, I just want to come up to him and say, I know you're going to do a wonderful job. Have confidence in yourself, but don't feel like the battle is already won.
He says, "Thank you for your advice, Moshi-san. You're a good friend, and I hope I can make you proud."
Good luck.
So who of your allies, including yourself, would you like to hamstring here?
You can do it to Nauru
So
again.
what
It's okay.
I was thinking was actually I might give maybe like one of the judges of the competition disadvantage then because they are not hostile to any of them, and then give advantage to Kengo.
Interesting. Okay, which judge?
It's Karu Sobe, Miyagenda, and Chozo, right?
No.
There's Dragon Turtle
No.
Island.
You got two of the three, so it's
the monk. It's the monk.
it's the monk Akue instead of
Ikue instead of Isobe.
Yes.
I'm sorry,
Yes.
I mixed up the two names in my head. Ikue and Isobe. Okay,
yeah.
so
Asobe's not glorious enough for he's not
let's do.
Or maybe he just doesn't like poetry.
he's not maybe he doesn't. You don't know.
Obtuse, he can't understand the beauty.
Let's do Miyagenda.
Interesting. Okay.
It is TN. Oh, it's TN target equal to their vigilance. The highest vigilance amongst the targets.
Highest.
So whoever
vigilance.
has higher between
This is gonna be
Kengo
hard.
and Genda. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
You're
Uh-oh.
trying to aim for me Agenda?
What's
Yeah, I would
what's the
aim for
approach on this?
Doji
It's an
Daisuke.
error?
Air.
Okay. I'll give you one chance to back out before I set the TN.
I'd aim for Daisuke, Naurin, or fucking the Crane's bag holder if he's in the crowd, because that'd be funny.
Oh, Mitsuhide.
Bag holder.
Do you want to target Genda in 3?
Okay, instead of targeting Genda, I will target. I don't actually want to target
Wait,
Daisuke.
is
for
this
a
a
specific
throwing
reason.
someone under the bus
Okay.
thing again?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to instead.
You know Naurin will forgive you. She just won't look like it, but she will, like deep, deep inside.
You know what? I am gonna target the Kikita. The Kikita is trying to take part in the competition,
Sure.
and I'm gonna target the Kikita.
Okay. Good. Mia Genda was with an air roll is TN 6.
No, not that good.
Ain't that good here.
Roll nothing but exploders 3 times.
Yeah.
Really hard.
Okay.
Okay.
Mitsuo
will-
or no Morishita. Kikita
Morishita.
Morishita. He is not a direct rival. In fact, it will be shoot. It's not up to his TN because his TN will be 1. Let's see, Kengo.
So it's gonna be Kengo.
Kengo will be a 4. It's the highest vigilance between the two, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Between the two.
Better than 6.
Four
Air
is better
it's
than
gonna
6.
be a 4.
Still not
Um,
4 is still hard. It's just not 6.
so go ahead and make the roll, and then we'll kind of role play it out. What happens?
Okay. Firing deceptions. E1.4.
Do you have any advantages that could make this easier?
No, but I have a void. I was holding on to it because I didn't know if we want to use it for something important, but no, I don't think anything is going to help. I don't think secrets, keen hearing, or affective harmlessness will help me here.
Well, keen hearing might help if you overheard something, but
But
that's
I
up to
didn't.
Corey. Yeah.
Affective harmlessness might help because people wouldn't suspect that I'm trying to manipulate the situation. But even then, that's kind of a stretch.
I think it's a
So
stretch.
I'm just going to roll. I'll spend a void.
That's a nice
Oh.
roll. There you
Oh.
go. Look at that.
Oh,
Yeah,
Hey,
very
right
promising.
There already. If you're willing to take the strife.
maybe I'll take this.
Don't forget, you'll lose 1 strife after whispering to me, whatever it is that you want to whisper. Because I don't
That's
think you did that
true.
yet.
We've already got the T
Or did
in.
you?
Wow, big success.
Ba-bam.
Okay. I might have actually succeeded on Genda at this point. But, I
You
didn't know
don't
that that was-
say.
You would have succeeded on
Yes.
Genda. Too bad you didn't pick
Plus
him.
2 opportunities.
Yeah, and the 2 opportunity I will use.
I think.
I can't use any of my Shuji, so I'll have to use an error check. This is a social check.
Hey, look
I
at the
will.
ability.
I will do it to act subtly. I'll spend both those opportunities to act even more subtly to not draw attention to myself.
Or you could do it again this scene.
Or I could do it again this scene.
Or just use one to make sure that neither of your targets.
Sorry. I'll use one to make sure that neither of my targets realize my duplicity, and I'll use the other. That's a good point.
The other one to act subtly so nobody else notices.
Exactly, and then one to act subtly so that nobody else notices. That's exactly what I was just thinking.
That sounds
Um,
great.
And that's me.
There you go.
Okay. So this is what happens. This is what you do. You walk up to no, like this is with well-chosen words. So you walk up to Kakita Morishita and you say, that's an interesting calligraphy set there. And he's like, yeah, it's really nice. It's made by artisans. And it's like, and you're like, Kengo over there, he doesn't have a brush set by artisans. His is pretty awful. Yet, I don't. Do you think, why is he on stage with when he doesn't have as good of a set as you? And he's like, oh, hey, you're right, man. And then you go over to Kengo and say, Kakita Morishita is mad because, and you basically pump him up by Kakita Morishita being upset that he doesn't have as good a calligraphy set as him.
Like, you're so good you don't even need a fancy calligraphy set. Look at
I
him.
think his
He's,
mom
Yeah.
bought that for him.
I bet Doji Sakurako bought it for him so that he wouldn't look so derpy when he takes part in the competition.
He doesn't even know it's never the tools, it's the person.
Exactly. You're a shoo-in, and Noman looks like she's smiling ear to ear, so I'm pretty sure this is all good signs for you.
Anybody else doing anything before the competition begins?
Oh, I
set.
tell... I'll also
Tarek, you've
tell...
done a bazillion things!
But... Okay, fair enough. I'll keep quiet.
He's like,
Tell him
can I give
something.
a high five?
What'd you say, Sash?
He was going to tell me something, and then he never did.
I'll just
And I'm
put it
like,
in
dude,
chat.
what?
Yeah.
It's quiet.
Because I'm getting impatient.
Everybody who signs up, spend at least one boo. You can spend more, but you need at least one to enter the competition.
Oh, it's a boo to enter.
so.
Okay, I thought it was a boo to become the
Spend extra.
apprentice.
No, no, no. It's a boo to enter the competition, which is like hard-earned money for a lot of these peasants that are
I
signing up.
know, right? It's not a lot if that's your entry fee to be trained, but if that's just the entry fee for the competition.
They're not joking
Say
around.
that he takes rich students because, they pay the bills, not necessarily the ones who have talent.
They
They
pay
don't-
the bills, they don't necessarily have the skills.
So this competition has been known it's going to be happening for months and months. So
So
a
people-
lower class person who feels that they have it in them to write at Shozo's level would, they would save for this event. And if it was free or the bar of entry was lower, like every peasant would just start writing garbage and they'd be here all night. And that's the reason why it's a Buddha entry.
That makes sense.
So, Corey, can I use my uncleanliness disadvantage to gain a void point? Because I would like to at least use a void point for my role in the competition.
You
surrounded
didn't
by
do,
stinky
you didn't do anything where you rolled around and where someone pushed, like dirt on you
Nothing dirty happened.
or anything. Like if the kids came up and like rubbed
Put their
ink-
sticky fingers on you.
ink all over you or something, then your uncleanliness would have.
Fair enough, fair enough.
You didn't let them. Kuranagi was trying to do you a favor.
The whole time.
Well, you gained 3 strife
Well-
from doing it too. If you have a passion, you can indulge in that, but you don't have time. You have to stand in line to the competition. Here we go. Non-student competitors. This is a one-roll duel. The base TN is TN1. And bonus successes help you out. Mind you, for Kakita Morishita, it's TN3 for him now.
Aw, poor guy. And it's a composition?
It is composition. You can use whatever approach you like. But keep in mind that whatever approach you use, I want you to justify your poem.
Poetry is.
Tell me what kind of poem it is and how that fits with your approach. Otherwise, I'm gonna dock ya points and junk.
All right, all right.
Which approach would be trying to instill a certain feeling?
That's the question now,
Usually
isn't it?
fire. But
Usually
I
fire?
think you can. Fire is usually to try to put passion into somebody, but you could probably justify any of the approaches depending on how you want to spin it.
How you want them to feel.
Yeah. You want them to feel refined?
I'm gonna go with void because I'm gonna go ahead and put my soul into this about the feelings.
Yeah, let's see.
I'm spending a boo and I'm gonna use water.
I'm going to give you an example. Water says adapt for artisan. So this could be a feeling of nostalgia.
Feeling of freedom.
So I'm gonna use water. I'll give an example for mine. I'm gonna use water, and my approach is adapt, but it's going to be because I am going to adapt one of the poems that were given at the preliminary competition, there where they displayed all the poems and we got to read them. I went and read them with Bayushi Nomen, and so I'm gonna write one that's similar to the subjects that they were writing about then to see how well I can improvise a message that spans across the different competitors previously.
Okay.
And my role, I want to try going for air, and I want my poem to reflect a sense of freedom. I think the subject of the poem would be 2 feathers that are trapped in a swamp get swept away by a tempest to find a new place to go where they can find their own freedom.
It's called the Scorpion. You should try it. I'm a recruiter.
Specifically, I'm comparing the feeling of racing across the steppes on a good horse to performing a well-written song.
How very horse girl of you.
All right,
I'm a
everybody can
unicorn.
make
What do
their
you want?
roll.
All right. Ooh.
I did it. Wait, you have composition, right, Ida Youngso?
Yep. Do you?
No. That's why I rolled 2 dice.
I gotta make sure you don't have any disadvantages that can apply here. Like,
Failure?
I mean, fair enough. I have fear of death and
I-
lost memories. So
I
maybe
do, but
memories would fit.
Dice K, what
forget.
kind of poem are you writing?
A poem about well, I mean, I guess you didn't hear me describe it last time.
I didn't.
right?
I didn't.
Okay. About like a poem about essentially freedom. Like two feathers stuck in a swamp get swept away by by a tempest to find well, a better place to go to.
Okay. Young, so let's see your disadvantages here, and
my
I'm going to
perfectionism
invoke
causes me
perfectionism.
Yep, 3 strife plus 1 void.
Yep. And Moshi, who else? Who else did it? Did Sora?
No.
Um,
Sora can write well enough, but she's not a writer.
Kuranagi. Nope. 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 All right. And Noman didn't. I'm sorry. Naurin didn't do anything. So that's that. And this is the end. Okay. So the people who came in top 3. Kakita Morishita, by the way, has came in last. Very. Oh God, he's devastated.
Aw.
Oh.
I mean, he's such a sweetie. I would feel like I was taking advantage, though, if I, tried to have any kind of romance with him.
So the person who came in third is Bunta, the self-taught scribe, with 2 bonus successes and 1 strife.
Ooh.
Oh, what are you using that opportunity for, Ide Youngso?
Reducing my own strife.
Okay. Coming in second place is Ide Youngso with 3. I'm sorry. I did it backwards. Coming in third place is Ide Youngso with 2 bonus successes. Coming in second place is Bunta the Scribe with 2 bonus successes and 1 opportunity for flair. And coming in first place is Doji Daisuke!
Wow.
I got something.
You did it.
So
You
I'm
really did.
absolutely certain that the Moto princess thinks mine was better.
Shosuro
Because
Kuranagi,
mine included horses.
Shosuro
Don't
Kuranagi,
worry, I support your endeavor, my friend.
you check your
Did
rankings,
really well.
and Ichika the monk is ahead of you, and Kakita Morishita is behind you.
Yay.
Who's ahead of me?
No,
No, me.
that was for Kuranagi.
Oh,
As long as the Kikita came in last, at least my pride hasn't totally vanished.
Naren will give you a look and like a thumbs up with a flat face when you're done. Like
You're,
you did your best.
your the biggest complaint they had against you was it was derivative.
Yeah, way too derivative, which is fair because I derived it completely.
Um, going towards the main competition. PC competitors. If they have 0, all right. If you beat Bunta, which only Doji Daisuke did. Doji Daisuke, you beat Bunta, you will gain 3 points of glory.
Ooh.
The glory
For-
threshold
For
is
being in
beating
the top 3, can I
Boonta.
get one?
Huh?
For being in the top 3, can I get one?
I'll give you 1. I think that's fine.
It seems reasonable.
For being not last, can I not lose any glory?
Yeah, you would lose glory if you had 0 successes.
I figured.
And you had 1.
I'm not the absolute worst this time.
Can I didn't make a check, so and I just want to ask if you'll let me because I'm trying to be a bit of a bitch here. Can I congratulate Doji Daisuke loud enough to make sure that his cousin can hear and include something about I guess how he's the better crane in the competition and try to give her some stripe?
He's the
I
best.
really want to do this again.
You know
He's
what? It's gauche to kind of do that at this kind of event, but I'll let you do it for a loss of, for a loss of glory. Why are these people continuing to call me?
Who even is
I
that?
don't know. It's this 800 number that keeps calling me over and over again.
Oh, I get
At
the same
8
one. It's
p.m.?
mostly based out. My caller ID actually says they're based out of Florida most of the time.
We're trying to get a hold of you to talk about your car's extended warranty.
Last time
On
I
a
got one of those.
Sunday.
The last
I've
time I
heard
got
that
one
as
of
a
those, I
meme
actually,
thing, but
answered going.
I've never
I
heard of it
have
for
an
real.
01 Nissan Maxima that has been through 3 private owners. I can get an extended warranty on that, and they immediately hung up on me.
Okay.
I'll pass on it. I was just being cheeky because I really would. It would give me some real joy if she lost, and I don't have much else I can do.
All right. Let's move on to the main competition. They have also been writing very hard while you've been writing, and they will display their poetry. They will read it out. Unfortunately, I don't have what these poems are about, I don't think. Let me see.
Oh no, but you're the one who wrote this adventure.
I know,
How
I
dare you,
did.
Corey?
Hold on, we gotta consult the random poem generator.
I should have asked ChatGPT
Is it
to
all
write me some
haiku?
poems.
They're all NPCs. Scripted event.
Here, write me a goth poem and a poem about how nobles are great and a poem about
We should have
I
like
don't
as
know.
as an NPC we should have
All right.
added Takeo in there.
Coming in third place in the main competition, Ikoma Mitsuo with 2 bonus successes and 2 opportunities for flair. Coming in second place, Atomo Ayuri with 3 bonus successes and 1 opportunity for flair. And coming in first place, Kengo with 4 bonus successes because of what Tarek
Very
did.
nice.
And 3
Nice.
opportunities for flair, no strife.
Thank you, Kuronagi.
As he is announced, the fireworks go off in the background. Everybody
No,
cheers.
Oh no!
Naren jumps up and screeches like a cat, fleeing from the scene.
You realize that Naren doesn't react to anything ever? He just like blinks. a little faster than usual.
Is the only one in the crowd to not flinch at the first
At
command.
What is that called?
Wow,
Isn't that called
Doji
something? Isn't that called
Sakurako
like
is
ataraxia or something like that?
last.
Of course. Like
I
the
mean, I'm-
scorpion had been rattling her cage. They interrupted her meditation. They pointed her out to Doji Daisuke. She had to deal with that problem during her meditation time.
Yeah, I'm not surprised she's last.
We already, her coming in last makes me so happy. It like heals something.
It was between Atomo Ayuri, who got void points back and was calmed down just before the competition with the
Yeah,
help
like,
of,
why would you use those extra opportunities to give her void points? Daisuke.
and then there is
I had to throw off the scent.
and then there's Shisuro Kurenagi using her technique to tip the odds in the favor of Kengo.
True.
I read their poetry, and I think this is the order that they should be in.
With the crane coming in last, I put her poem in a random poem generator with a few specific words. Would you like to hear what the random
Sure.
generator?
Go for it.
Crane, a haiku. Fancy break of day. An old beautiful crane squeals into the water.
Okay, so this is Sakurako as an old lady having her head held under the water until she drowns.
Oh.
Peasants. A haiku about how she feels that the nobility are so ostracized by poor and feeble.
So, at this point, the competition will be interrupted as Akoma Mitsuo storms onto the stage and says, "This is totally improper. There was cheating here. Kengo, we all know, Shozo, that Kengo was always your favorite. There's favoritism, and these people that you've brought to help Kengo have interfered." And everybody's like,
As far as we all know, that's not true because now Kurenagi did a really good job of hiding it.
and no one says anything. Shozo just, Mitsuo-san, you dishonor yourself. And then Moto Nomen comes onto the stage and says, "How dare you? How dare you be so jealous of this man?" And Akoma Mitsuo just reels around and locks onto her and says, "How dare I? You have been prancing around with this dishonor, this disgrace, all festival long."
Kurenagi just sitting back eating popcorn the whole time.
Yeah.
Daisuke is taking notes.
Oh, delicious.
Meanwhile, Young So's going, oh, he's digging his own grave, literally.
Everybody in this city knows now what kind of person you are, Moto Nomen. Go back to Unicorn Lands. Don't try
Every
and
unicorn in the crowd is probably stepping forward now, ready to kick his ass in a mass.
trying to get yourself the lowliest of imperial consorts. And Shozo just taps his cane on the table and says, "Mitsuo, that is enough. You have said your piece. I think it is time you leave." Mitsuo rolls his shoulders back, says, "White Dragon. We'll see about that." And he storms off the stage. All right.
I want to step up next to Moto-sama and just very quietly, so she only hears, is, if you require a second,
You have
I
to get on
would be.
stage for that.
I was near the stage to begin with, being the third from the lesser rank.
Okay. Everybody can make a TN2 sentiment check, but you don't really need to. Y'all know what's going on here.
Yeah, she. I think. Yeah,
Yeah, Mitsuo's just a sore loser.
Okay.
I don't know if it's just that. I think it has more to do with because I noticed that Mitsuo was like really fuming when he was looking over at now Noman and Kengo. I have a feeling that he had feelings for Noman and wanted the attention of Noman and wanted the attention of everybody here to win, and he didn't get either.
So you
Screw it. Screw the subtlety. I'm going to actually
There's
call out.
absolutely no
Moto-sama,
clue he
if you
knew
require
her.
a second, I would be honored.
everybody kind of laughs about that, and she smiles and says, "Thank you, Ide-san, but I don't duel children."
Especially petulant ones.
Give a deep bow of respect for that comment.
Daisuke continues petting his notes. It's like, ooh, the drama.
The fireworks are still going off in the background. Poof, 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 poof. And now I'm
Now
sure.
it leads over to Hiderihito, and she's all like, just like looks.
Thank you for never putting me in this position.
He kind of looks back at you.
She just like shakes her head a little bit and then like rubs her temple.
Oh, this was quite entertaining.
After the grand finale, people start the crowd starts dispersing. Everybody is kind of either making their way out or going to the shop, seeing if they can't get like a last minute deal on something as things start closing down and the lanterns start. Somebody's coming down, snuffing the lanterns as they go. People are closing up their shops.
Someone's trying to buy novelty like cups on the cheap because the festival's over.
Look, that one was painted with cranes and is pink. No one's gonna want to buy that after she lost. Okay, give it. I'll take it for cheap. I'll take it off your hands, man. I got you.
What
That's
am I
Lefty.
going?
That's my husband.
What am I going to do with all of these T-shirts that say Super Bowl winners the Eagles?
Yeah.
Dip them off to Africa where they won't care.
Or
I guess you guys are in on something I'm not.
There was a Super Bowl last week, Crystal.
as I like to call it, the
Okay.
Wow.
And they print up winner shirts for both sides, T-shirts to sell. But the losing teams actually their winner shirts get shipped off to like Africa or someplace.
I think
and
they're
sold
just
cheap.
destroyed now. Like
That would make more sense, I would think.
We're in like peak capitalism where you just destroy
I kind
clothing.
of feel like having
destroy
a
it when you
shirt
can
that
make a
says
couple
the
bucks still
losers
selling it
won
elsewhere?
is funny.
Major
So
retailer ever.
there's probably a market for that, right?
Yeah, people who wear them ironically. Like,
I mean, that's literally ironic,
I mean, they still sell Trump shirts.
as opposed to people who say they're wearing things ironically, but all they mean is like, I don't
I guess some
mean
people
that.
like to wear the logo of the losing team, huh?
Yeah. Okay, what is everybody doing as the festival shuts down? I mean, you could still talk to competitors. You can still.
I'm still curious about that apprenticeship prize.
Oh,
that Daisuke
yes.
just won.
Don't
You win.
Kengo.
Kengo gets to be your new boss.
Yeah, Kengo is your writing instructor. Mind you, you weren't as good as him. He edged you out by 2 bonus successes.
I mean, that makes sense.
Obviously, if he's better, then that's somebody to learn from.
Me and Ide and Naurin should go and like rub it in the Kakita's face that he lost and his lady lost.
Yeah,
Just to be
but before I do anything like that, I'm
Aw.
going to pass that letter I got off to Sora now that there's less eyes on everybody, and I
what I
want to
need to
make
do is I
sure.
need to brag to
Okay.
Sora that I beat out the Kitsu so that I or the Kikita so that I can redeem myself in her
How
eyes.
petty.
I
Well,
kind
she
of want
feels
to go
bad 'cause-
talk to Kakita Morishita and tell him that it was brave of him to enter the contest, and I'm proud that he tried.
Okay. Before you do that, do you want? Does Youngso want to give Sora the letter before or after she talks to Kakita Morishita?
After. It'd be much
Okay.
safer after.
So, Moshi, Sora, and Shosuro Kurenagi both approach Morishita at the same time. And he
I can't do it because she's honorable, and I can't gloat in front of somebody who's super honorable.
will he'll
I
say,
I mean,
do
I
get
may
a bottle
think
of
he's
sake.
dumb, and I don't want him to be my forever partner, but I like him.
he's like, "Oh,
So-
good evening. Hey, hi." He bows.
Hello,
Kurenagi like grits her teeth and she's
Kakita-san.
like, "Oh, hello.
Hello.
I'm so glad you participated today."
I don't think I did as well as I could. There was a lot of pressure. I didn't. Well,
I
you
was thinking
did better than I did, Shosuro-san. So congratulations on that.
Oh yes, I
Maybe we should
What?
practice together. I'm sure we could. We could learn something from each other.
Is there a poetry equivalent of wrestling? Can we do it?
Poetry slam, literal slam.
Oh my gosh. It's like Battle of the Bands.
it's a poetry slam, but literally if you miss your beat or cadence, you get
suplex the other person.
suplex. Yeah.
You each get 2 lines, then the other one gets to do 2 lines. The better one gets to sumo slam the other one.
It's rap battles of history.
Aw.
And then you go back to 2 lines, 2 lines.
Um, of course, it would be. Well, you obviously have so many responsibilities that you're gonna have to keep up with Doji-san. So I don't know if we're gonna be able to keep in touch after we leave the city, but sure, if you're ever in the town with me, I'm more than happy to practice our poetry skills together.
Aren't you? Well, I mean, you have the same thing with Bayushi. No, but is Bayushi Narin your Yojimbo?
Oh, no, nobody thinks I'm important enough to give me a Yojimbo.
Oh well,
Fortunately,
it's all right.
Naurin is more like the person I'm supposed to protect, which is not fair because she's a way better fighter than I'll ever be.
You can. Are you good at swordplay?
I wouldn't say that I'm great, but I've been trained in how to use one. I just don't own one. Oh, I do own this though. She pulls out a big dagger that's really fancy looking and has like jade inlays into the thing.
If Naurin heard you say something about how you're supposed to protect her, she might stripe out and challenge you to a duel.
Oh, and I'm pretty good with a bow, but that's about it.
She's just like she saddles up next to you, and just like pulls her sword just far enough out that it hits you in the gut, and then puts it back in.
And then walks past, like subtly, like Tokyo drifts by, like I'm going to go get something sweet.
That just makes me think like you have a katana length sheath, but all you have in there is like a tanto, and so you pull it out like 1 foot and go stab and put it back in.
Brutal.
Giant horse sword sheath, and you pull out. It's just like a dagger.
Gotcha.
He You gotta get like one of those
I know.
katanas that has a pointy handle so that you can jab someone with the other end of it.
There's
Annoy you.
there's a lot
It's
of
the
guys
packaging
out
that
there.
counts.
There's a lot of guys out there with a huge teeth and a little dagger. You can tell.
It's a common situation. Yeah.
It's a big issue.
It's like,
Well, it's a small issue, but
it's a small issue. Okay.
Now we see why you did better
I
than
give my
him in the poetry contest.
congratulations.
Thank
Got
you.
much better wit.
Thank you, Moshi-san. I was, but I don't deserve it. I didn't do as well as I thought I could. I came in with a pretty poor showing, but it's okay. Like, these are all learning experiences, and I'm understanding more of myself now.
I'm glad
Exactly.
you found.
He seems stupidly
pathway.
unflappable.
I'm glad you found a pathway into your inner soul. That's
I'm getting Michelangelo vibes from this guy, for whatever reason.
I don't know. Like, I tried to put in my soul into my poetry and display it to the world, but I'm just not clever enough with my words. But you, Shosuro-san, like, I could tell, like, I read the poems of the competitors back on the island. It seemed like you took stuff from that. Is that, I don't think that's in the rules.
well, it wasn't against the rules.
I guess not. I guess, but maybe
I thought
maybe
it would be a
instead,
good homage,
maybe
and that people
instead,
would-
maybe instead of copying someone else's work, you could like put yourself into it. And I understand, like, you're a scorpion and no one can see who you are and all of that stuff. But maybe poetry is that outlet for you, you know, where you could
I mean,
tell people who you are finally.
I mean, I chose not to wear a mask because I figured that would be the nicest way for people to see who I am. But I guess maybe you're right. To
My
invisible?
sensei said, never, never trust a scorpion, especially if they're not wearing a mask.
Well, that's rude.
Sensei
I mean,
had some good instincts.
I like to think that I'm a pretty straightforward person. What do you think, Moshisora?
As far as I've seen, I mean, yes, you in particular are straightforward and trustworthy.
I'm sure
you
you're-
are what you seem to be.
I'm sure, like, my sensei wasn't talking about you.
But
Yeah.
But
yes,
I-
Morishita-san. At least in the case of my friend here, the scorpion who don't wear a mask are usually more trustworthy.
Are they? Oh, now I'm so confused.
Well, everybody has a
Oh,
different
there to see
viewpoint
my
on
smile.
life, and maybe your master had a bad experience with a certain someone.
I guess so. Maybe I don't know. Like, but he's my sensei.
And there's nothing wrong with trusting in your sensei, but you need to also learn from your own experiences.
Right.
Yeah, have trust in those around you. You can't trust if you don't have trust in someone. I'm not good at words of wisdom. That's more of a
I can
You know.
tell from your poetry.
And the worst part is he doesn't even
Liking
mean
this
it as
guy
an
more and
insult.
more. He's so great.
Kuronagi has a face of like I'm going to kill myself now.
I feel like you should explain that.
He literally just looks like she looks over at Moshisora and just gives her the look of like, can you please just like hold my head underwater here and drown me until I'm dead, please?
He's like so dumb. He's somehow wise beyond all his
He's gone
experience.
full circle, y'all. Full circle.
He's got that Bill and Ted wisdom.
Yeah, put it into D&D terms.
So
Low whiz,
great.
high whiz.
Well,
He looks physically
Morishita-san,
pained.
I'm glad you participated and that you have learned from the experience. But I think that we need to head out for now, and I hope you have a good night.
I hope you do too. I hope you enjoyed the festival and everything that happened. It was great. It was a great day.
did.
It's a wonderful day.
It was a wonderful day. Thank you.
He bows dopily. You let y'all move on as he goes over to Doji Sakurako to hopefully cheer her up in his charming way.
His Labrador Retriever way of being super friendly, but not necessarily like super brilliant.
Last two.
Let's all let's our last two. Don't worry, we can commiserate. Let's all agree that he's not a Labrador, he's a Labradoodle.
Yeah, he's hypoallergenic. Okay, Youngso, you wanted to do something?
Yeah, after buying a bottle of sake, it was finding Sora again, which probably took just enough time for them to have that conversation, so it's walk up. And under cover of offering Kuranagi a drink in celebration, passed the letter I had taken to Sora.
Oh,
Should I make
you.
a subterfuge roll for making sure nobody else really notices besides Sora?
Yeah. You can make
Skullduggery.
a skullduggery roll to, surreptitiously pass the note.
I'm going to use water, since that is exchange. And is there a known TN?
Water. No, it's unknown because there's like so many people around. You have no idea. So give yourself a hidden TN.
And you get a void point for that.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And of course, Kuranagi has skullduggery.
I do have skullduggery.
And I'll use my opportunity to cancel the other strife I would have gained from this.
Okay. Anybody with a vigilance of 4 or more can see what he's doing, but other than that,
Yeah, that's going to be unlikely in the general populace.
yep. So Moshi Sora gets
Soshimura.
There is a Soshi family, by the way.
Yes.
There's a Soshi.
They are scorpions.
Yeah, my family is weird. Not gonna lie.
Okay, you get a letter. You can open it whenever you get back.
Yes, I won't be opening it later. Won't be opening it now, but I will say, thank you, Ide-san, for the drink.
You're welcome. I feel like celebrating. I didn't write very good, and I still got 3rd place. I know I could have done much better.
Get even whiter, like just paler, and like now she's looking nauseous.
But of course, I am also trained for this.
Bayushi Naren, is there anything you want to do before everyone leaves? Besides get a suite at discounted price of a zenny.
Yeah, I will get like the cheap sweets of the day. They've gone a little stale or a little cold, but Naren doesn't care because they're sugary, and she will eat them.
Sure.
Sugary sweets at the end of the day sounds excellent. I will suggest to Youngso that we should also take the opportunity to get discounted treats.
Where do you think I got the sake?
The sake is not discounted. No.
Sake will sell at any
yeah.
time, but
It's
stuff
more
that they've
expensive
just
than the later
cooked
the day
now,
It's
fresh.
good all day, any day.
No, I'm talking about things like, Dango.
Ooh, I wonder if that booze stall is still open.
Could be. You should probably check it out.
Stuff that is made to order, like noodles and stuff like that, they've already closed. But stuff that is like mochi or stuff that like keeps for a little bit, crackers and things like that, that stuff is still available as people start closing down. Um, that
And
said,
of
we're
course,
gonna go to Doji Daisuke because he has something he wants to do.
Yep, have a talk with Shozo, Kengo, and then afterwards have a chit chat with dang it, Otomo Ayuri, and then help trying to see if he could console his cousin a little bit for the loss.
I won, so it's okay that you lost.
At
I
least
brought the honor to our family.
it's like
you know what? You
someone from
never.
the crane can carry on.
You bring honor to your family. How's that song go?
Honor on you, dishonor
Bring
on
honor to us all.
Yeah, you'll bring honor to us all. That's how it goes, right? um. So you want to talk to whom first again?
So Shozo and Kengo about like how the apprenticeship will work
Okay.
and all that stuff.
Shozo, you walk up there and they're all talking like Kengo and Shozo and Noman and he says, "Oh, Doji Daisuke, please come on over.
Hello, Shozo-sama.
I hope you get good sleep in the morning. We will be leaving early."
Of course. So, well, I have to say I was pleasantly surprised that I won the competition, but
Yes, that was quite impressive. You wrote a very elegant piece.
well, I felt quite inspired
I was
by
pl-
the
I was pleased to have you as part of this competition.
ah, well, you honor me. Thank you, Shozo. So we will make our leave to by tomorrow morning, I assume.
Yes, yes.
And
Oh,
where will be our next destination?
you are taking me home. And from
Sir.
there, you will go back to your family, and your daimyo will give you your next assignment, which will probably be to join Kengo and take your apprenticeship. I'm sure your family will be quite excited to know that one of theirs is now the apprentice to the newest white dragon.
Yes, this is quite an exciting development. Well, I'll make sure to prepare myself then. Now, speaking out of character, is like are the other apprentices around there too, or is it just Shozo and
Mitsua's gone. He's stormed away, gone. Doji Sakurako is talking with her Yojimbo, and they look like they're about to leave soon. And
Ayuri?
Otomo Ayuri is just milling about the place. So you can talk to her, and I know you need to talk to her, so she's definitely available. And Kengo's right there.
All right. Well, I'll definitely speak with Kengo and tell him. Well, I'm looking forward to apprenticing under you. This is well quite quite the exciting outlook.
With everything you've done for me these past couple days, I feel like I can finally give something back to you, and that makes me happy. Cause I feel like a lot of these things that you did, I don't deserve them. I know you did them mostly for Shozo, cause he's such a great person. But when it comes down to it, all of this helped me, and I can't tell you how grateful I am for all of that. And Moto Noman says, "Oh, stop! You deserve these. You deserve this. You're the white dragon. You can do this." And he's like, "Well, yeah. Um, I guess I just have to feel my way into this new role."
Well, I do feel that you will fit into that role quite well. You deserve this.
And soon you will be a renowned poet as well. I see it in you.
Well, I have to admit, it is quite a surprise too, for me. I never thought myself as, well, someone who would pursue poetry, but this is quite an interesting path that I wouldn't mind treading along.
Uh,
All right.
you gonna go see Otomo Yuri?
Yes, so
Okay.
Daisuke will definitely excuse himself and he will make his way to Otomo Ayuri.
Yuri is she's just looking at some knickknacks and stuff, and she sees you come up. Doji-san,
Hello, Ayuri-san. I
congratulations
thought
on
you...
your good showing today.
Thank you. I entered on a whim, and, well, here we are.
A good tea ceremony always steadies the soul and prepares you for any challenges ahead.
It certainly does. And, well, I apologize. I'm trying to get my words right, so that way the sentence can come out coherent. And this is me speaking out of character. So, uh, so I would like to discuss a few things with you.
Yes,
If
second
it's
place
not
is
out
just
of
the
place.
first loser. Sorry.
Well, I wanted to inform you that the Crane uh, has a job offering to you as a scribe at the Kakita Academy, and we were wondering if you would be interested in the position.
The crane, she says skeptically with her eyes, with a she you see a little of her paranoia come back. And she says, "What does the crane want with me?"
Well, you were an apprentice to shows of the White Dragon, and your skills were acknowledged by
"Don't
the.
play with me, Doji-san. What do the crane want with me?"
Hmm. Well, as far as I'm aware, I was only tasked to give you the job offer. As far as I can tell from what my daimyo informed me of, like that would
Okay.
be up to them.
You can make a
Is there any way I could perhaps like smooth it over a little
I
bit
don't
with her,
know.
like try to
That's up to you, buddy.
ah
We can
Just
continue
that's how
on.
I
If
should
you
frame
have an
it, Charles.
idea of how to smooth this over, you can. But she did tell you earlier her concerns with the Crane
yes.
clan.
Yes, so like she does believe that there are some like underhanded dealings. While
Yes.
Daisuke isn't,
The
if there
web
are,
of
he's not aware of it.
lies.
And you said
But
this is
like
from
we did discuss about like at least a way of like earning her trust, and I was willing to gift her my Tessen as a show of good faith.
so here's the thing, right? She talked to you. She had a real heart to heart with you after that tea ceremony. And she told you that she doesn't trust the crane.
Mm.
But she did say something else about you.
That I'm just trapped in the threads of a web that I can't see.
Right, which means that you
Am just an unwitting cog in the machine, essentially, like in a
well,
metaphor.
yeah, which means like you're giving her this job offer from your higher ups whom she doesn't trust.
Mm.
But you on the other hand,
Me, on the other hand, like, am I? So, I'm trying to pick up some of the subtext, which
I can't
I,
I can't
A personal point of view.
huh?
Tell her what you think. Tell her what you feel. Get personal with it, dude.
You're saying
Hmm? I'm trying to figure something out, but it's
We
not
can
coming to me.
boil this down to a roll. We can make this a courtesy roll.
Okay, that makes it a lot more easier.
So you can make a courtesy. Tell me what you're trying to do with the whether you're using air, earth.
Blah,
I
blah,
would
blah.
say charm, like trying to charm her.
So water.
Yes, water.
Okay, I'm invoking your Benton's curse.
oh my
Yeah,
god, you
that's
have
fair.
Benton's curse?
Yes.
Oh
All
god.
thanks to Dowrin.
The fuck did I do?
Okay,
Tasha
so let's see.
loves
Your romantic
collage.
efforts are always stymied by circumstances, and your gestures to get the romantic
Romantic?
attention of others will always be misinterpreted. When
Oh,
you
it's
make a
not
check to
Nowrin's fault. That whole thing is because of your Benton's curse, dude.
Let's see. When you make a check to express your admiration to someone, such as aesthetics air check to find the right poem, to read or express your feelings, or a courtesy air check to tell someone your feelings without exceeding propriety, you must
Okay.
choose and reroll two dice containing success or explosive successes after
So
resolving the
this is
check.
only for. I thought.
This
Oh,
is romantic
yeah. This is
stuff.
romantic. This is specifically in romance. Okay.
Yeah.
So it won't apply. All I read was when you make a check to express your admiration to somebody.
Hmm. All right. So, what would be the TN for this roll?
The TN right now is you're using water. She doesn't trust you, so that's going to increase the. Well, she does. It's not that she doesn't trust you. She doesn't
She
trust
doesn't trust my
your
employers,
employers,
essentially.
and you said it's your employers giving her this job, not you.
Mm.
So I'm going to make it a TN4.
Whoo! Ooh. I hope I get some explosive successes then. Ouch.
Got
Ouch, ouch,
anything
ouch,
that'll
ouch,
help you?
ouch. Hmm? Let's see. I mean, I have my rival bond, but I'm trying to see how I can apply it. Hmm. You know, probably because I feel like that Naurin succeeded in whatever she was trying to do here at this city. I'm like, you know what? I feel like I'm failing this endeavor for the crane. I need to succeed this. I need to prove my worth. But first, I'll just go ahead and make the roll then.
So
See how it goes.
if you somehow made the conversation about you and her and you wanting her to take this job, your affect of harmlessness would have come into play.
Oh, poo.
That's what I was
That's what.
trying to get you to.
I'm so sorry.
Well, don't forget you can re-roll one of those dice with our rival bond.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Why is it keeping four? All right, let's see.
And also, she feels really good about getting second place.
Second place isn't bad.
Nothing to sniff at.
Hmm.
If you kept her rattled the entire time, she would have lost big time, and this would have been an easier roll.
Fair enough. So I got three successes and an opportunity. So let me take a look at what I could do with that opportunity. Let's see. Watering. If you failed, determine the easiest way to accomplish the task you're attempting. Yeah. Yeah. Like I think that would be the best use of that opportunity.
Okay, the best way to get her to get what you want here is let me just see these approaches real quick. Dang it, stop that. Okay.
It's under watering general use.
Is um basically, because you used water to charm her, the
Mm.
best way would be to use reason with her.
Oh. Hmm.
To try to. Oh no, not to reason with her. Sorry, that's the opposite. That would be the worst.
Yeah, that I'm
That
like
would be the
I don't know if
worst.
that'll fit. I don't know if that fits her character currently.
Reason, fire?
The best way is to use a void stance.
Oh,
Okay.
Is
Oh.
to somehow
Spiritualism.
use this as a way for her enlightenment. And that would be interesting. That would be if you can figure out how to do that. I'll leave you with that and come back to you.
Fair enough.
Okay, Shozo will gather all of you back together and say, with all of the other like people who were part of his entourage, and say, "I will be leaving tomorrow morning. Um, please," and he'll say what hour it is. It's not super early, but it's early enough. And he says, "Please be there punctually. There will be a send off, and you'll definitely want to be seen for the last time that anybody will see me in public." You have been stalwart allies of me these past 2 days, and I've cherished the time we've had together. I'm ready to go home. I'm ready to go home back to my family. And he'll click his cane on the floor, and he'll kind of waddle himself off to the governor's mansion.
I toast him right before he leaves. Kampai, hey, Shozo.
It truly has been an honor.
Y'all are free to go wherever you want, do whatever you need to. If you need to talk to anybody, you can talk to them again at the Ryokan before you go to bed. Otherwise, I'm going to call game for today.
Okay.
That's fair.
The final game is
think-
next week.
Yeah, this feels like a good stopping point to me.
Hmm. Yeah, at least I'll have a week to mull over what Daisuke would try to convince Ayuri.
Yeah.
Maybe like being like now this is just me like tossing it out there. Maybe being in that web will cause her poetry to well, essentially evolve to the next level if she's looking for conflict to write about.
It's an interesting take.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know. We'll just
We'll
have
have
to
to
see.
see.
I really can't like give you
Yeah.
too many hints.
Yeah, I understand.
That said,
I just wish it was a little more easier for me to kind of grasp at the that information.
Feel free to
Like-
workshop it with the rest of the players on Discord.
Yeah, I'll definitely do that.
honor and glory.
At this point, probably only the competition participants.
Yeah, they got their glory,
And we already got that.
and I don't think there were any more like honor changes really.
I wouldn't
doesn't feel like
expect
it.
so.
Doesn't feel like it. So that's it. Everybody gets 2 experience points. How's that sound?
Sweet.
And
Yay!
since I
Sounds standard.
didn't use my auto success, that puts me up back to full void points again.
Another
Woo!
void point. Woo!
Sasha, do you want to close us out?
Yeah. Thanks everyone for watching. If you watched it all the way, well, we hope you like it, but you probably did. So, you should like, and subscribe. So, because we do this every week. And thanks to all the patrons who are scrolling at the bottom of the screen. So, from me and James and Crystal and Tarek and Matt, go roll some dice and have a good weekend. Have a good weekday.
What
Oh,
about
and
me?
Corey.
Corey, too.